Yes, welcome once again, everyone. Cannabis news with Joe Klare. It's September 6th, 2018. Presented as always by the Marijuana Times. Check us out at marijuanatimes.org. Make sure you click that video tab to find the show. A bunch of great articles there as well, social media network links, and more. marijuanatimes.org. Everything you need to know about the cannabis community, industry, and beyond. Go check it out today. Talking about just how hated Attorney General Jeff Sessions is, also State Senator Ron Rice. We talked about him a few times out in New Jersey. His opposition to marijuana legalization there has slowed things down. Also, a new poll out of North Dakota, does not look good for those who support recreational marijuana legalization in North Dakota. We'll talk about all of that and more coming up. But first, of course, cannabis news is brought to you by NatureSide, nature-side.com. Side is spelled C-I-D-E. Check out their organic, all-natural pesticides. Grow safe and poison-free. Don't use harmful chemicals on what you are growing. If you're a cannabis cultivator, there's pesticide regulations likely where you are in the state you're growing in. You want to be regulatory compliant when it comes to that. You can do all of these things with NatureSide, nature-side.com, a proud sponsor of Cannabis News. Thank you to them. Whoops, little graphic snafu there. There we go. By yours truly, this first story, over at marijuanatimes.org. Everyone seems to want Jeff Sessions fired, so why does he still have a job? I mean, a lot of people have wondered that. As I point out in the article, obviously Jeff Sessions is quite hated in the cannabis community for many, many reasons we've gone over in this show. He's continuously disparaged marijuana. You know, good people don't smoke marijuana. If we have marijuana sold in every corner, it's not going to be good for the country. On and on and on, of course. And also his decision to rescind the Cole memo in January sent shockwaves, of course, through the cannabis community. Cannabis consumers, cannabis people, cannabis community people who are for legalization, proponents of legalization, none of them like Jeff Sessions for obvious reasons, but not many people like Jeff Sessions at all. President Trump apparently is one of those people, the guy who nominated Sessions to be Attorney General. And I link in the story. I link to another story that's a story about 12 times Trump went on Twitter just to lambaste Jeff Sessions. I mean, I guess, obviously public disparagement is meant to get a certain result, I guess. It's different from, him calling him up and saying, look, you're not doing a good job. I'm your boss. You need to do this. A lot of it apparently stems from his decision to recuse himself from the Russia probe, the Russia collusion probe. That's Mueller, what's his name is. Mueller's investigating the Trump White House, and Jeff Sessions apparently has not been doing enough in the eyes of President Trump. Now, there's been some senators apparently who've been blocking Trump and basically telling Trump that they're not going to let him fire Sessions. But apparently those senators like Lindsey Graham, have relented and said, well, maybe after the midterms, maybe we do need to get rid of this guy. They're just really tired of a lot of things, including his decision to be against the criminal justice reform that some of these GOP senators are trying to get through the Congress. So he has no friends there anymore. And apparently on TV, the people who Trump watches a lot of Fox News analysts, they're bashing Sessions. His days are numbered. After the midterm elections, I would think anyway, no matter which way it goes, there's going to be some house cleaning, and Jeff Sessions is going to be one of the first to go. Nobody in the cannabis community is going to be sad to see that happen. But it is odd to see someone in a position like that so publicly and universally despised by everyone, including the person who hired him and nominated him for that job. Apparently, there were some reports that Trump had at some point called Sessions quote-unquote retarded. That has apparently been denied by the White House. It's entertaining. I mean, whatever your views on Trump, whatever your views on politics, is the most entertaining the White House has ever been, for obvious reasons. And by obvious reasons, I mean Trump. Trump is the reason for that, clearly. This next story is from tapinto.net. State Senator Ron Rice emerges as leading opponent of legalizing recreational marijuana. As I've said, we've done quite a few stories that involved State Senator Rice out of New Jersey on this show. He's been a very vocal opponent of legalization. He's trying to he's against a bill by Senator Nick Scutari Rice says it's from wealthy investors have pushed it under the auspices of social justice and helping black and brown people. By the way, Ron Rice, Senator Rice, State Senator Rice, is the head of the Congressional Black Caucus, the Legislative Black Caucus in New Jersey. He said, if truth be told, it's not about helping us. It is, as always, people making money at our expense. Later on, he says that, well, he goes on, he goes, the struggling on low incomes, they're struggling, meaning the black community. I'll get it right. They're struggling on low incomes to make ends meet. We may be subsidizing some of them, and they're doing okay. But he says all of a sudden you legalize recreational marijuana. Some of these people try, they like it, they start shaving some of their rent money off, and then they're coming up short. So it's basically saying that black people are going to start spending their rent money on weed if it's legalized. I guess he can say that because he's black. I don't know. I mean, obviously if a white person said that, it would be incredibly racist. But insinuating that black people would rather spend their money, that would take their rent money and spend it on weed, I don't know. From my point of view, and again, I'm obviously not black, but from my point of view, as someone who comments on these stories all the time, it seems kind of condescending, like that you can't make your own decisions, which I'm against no matter what your race is. If you're whatever race you are, you should be able to make your own decisions. If you're an adult, if you're not infringing on the rights of anyone else. If anything is the overarching theme of this show, it is that. But this guy, no, he says, no, they're going to be coming up short on rent because they're going to be blowing all their money on weed. I guess seems rather insulting. But again, it's not my place. This last story is from Inforum.com. North Dakotans don't plan to legalize pot. Statewide poll shows. You see it right there. When asked, will you vote to legalize recreational marijuana? 56% said no, while only 38% said yes. Results of a recent poll show there may not be much support for the idea of legalizing recreational marijuana in North Dakota. There was apparently 400 respondents to this poll. 56% of the respondents said they would not support it. And of course, as I said, 38% said that they would. The poll broke down responses by categories, including age, gender, political affiliation, and east-west perspectives. The poll shows a large difference between male and female support. When it comes to age, also, obviously, the older people are, the more that they are against legalization. Now, the group behind, and we'll go on to this next graphic. Hold on. Here we go. This next graphic shows the breakdown. You see it there by age. Younger people support it. They have the East-West. I guess that's apparently a big thing in North Dakota. How it breaks down there, the East is a little more in favor, of course, by political party. Libertarians are the most for it, followed by Democrats, then Independents. Republicans are against it. People who refuse to say their age are against it very much so. Males are very more for it, 44%, than females, who are at 32%. But ND legalized, the people behind the legalization measure in North Dakota, they have questioned this poll. They've questioned the methodology. Apparently there was a lot of landlines, more out of proportion with the actual amount of landlines there are in use in North Dakota. And obviously landlines demographically would tend to skew more towards older people. And of course, older people, as you see from the previous graphic, and the graphic is right there, older people are more against legalization than, of course, younger people, which you can see in every single poll that's taken about legalization, no matter where it is. Younger people are always more in favor than older people. But they've questioned the methodology. As I said, they said that their internal polling is different from this, and this is not reflective of the support that they have in North Dakota. And in the end, it's all going to come down to the vote. We'll see who is right and who is wrong November 6th in North Dakota when they vote for legalization. Thanks, everybody, for checking out Cannabis News. We'll see you tomorrow on Cannabis News. Of course, search the Marijuana Times on YouTube, Vimeo, and Apple Podcasts to find the show. MarijuanaTimes.org, of course, for our social media links. Click the video tab to find the show. Thank you to Natureside, nature-side.com. Side is spelled C-I-D-E. They're organic, all-natural pesticides. They're a proud sponsor of Cannabis News. So, as always, thank you to them. Thanks to everybody who likes and shares and comments on the videos. Thanks for watching and listening. We'll see you next time on Cannabis News.